Have you ever forgotten where you put your keys or someone's name and thought, is this normal or could it be something more serious? Dementia is one of the most frightening diseases of our time. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, more than 55 million people worldwide live with dementia, and that number is growing rapidly. The big problem? The first signs are subtle and can be easily overlooked. Forgetfulness here, confusion there, and before we know it, the disease has already advanced. That's why today I'm going to show you 6 silent signs that you may be developing dementia. Some of them are so unexpected that they will surprise you. So stay with me until the end and find out how to identify these warning signs before it's too late. Comment below. Have you noticed any of these signs in yourself or someone in your family? And if this video helps you, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with anyone who needs to know this. Let's spread this important information together. First sign: frequent and progressive forgetfulness. Everyone forgets something from time to time. After all, stress and a busy routine can make us lose small details in our daily lives. But when forgetfulness becomes frequent and progressive, it can be a warning of something more serious. At first, it may seem harmless, forgetting where you left your glasses, repeating questions, or having difficulty remembering recent appointments. However, as dementia progresses, these memory lapses become more serious. The person may forget important events, the names of close family members, or even how to perform tasks that were once simple. One of the most worrying signs is when the person not only forgets something, but also cannot remember it later. Unlike common forgetfulness, where a hint can help you remember, in dementia, the information disappears completely from memory. If this happens occasionally, it may not be a concern. But if you or someone close to you has been experiencing frequent and progressive forgetfulness, it is time to pay attention and seek medical help. The earlier the diagnosis is made, the greater the chances of slowing the progression of the disease. Second sign: difficulty planning or solving simple problems. We all face daily challenges, such as paying bills, following a recipe, or organizing appointments. However, when simple tasks start to become difficult and confusing, this can be a worrying sign of dementia. People in the early stages of the disease may have difficulty working with numbers, forget payment deadlines, or even be unable to follow instructions that were once easy. A classic example is someone who has always cooked without problems, but suddenly starts to get lost in the middle of a simple recipe. In addition, changes in the ability to concentrate are also common. The person may take much longer to complete a task than before, or give up halfway through because they can't organize the necessary steps. If you notice that someone close to you is having difficulty with basic problems that were previously simple, it may be a warning sign. This type of change in logical reasoning should not be ignored, as it may indicate a more serious cognitive impairment. Third sign: confusion with time and place. It is normal to lose track of time from time to time, especially on busy days. But when confusion with dates, times, and places becomes frequent, it could be a sign of dementia. People with this symptom may completely forget what day of the week it is, or confuse months and years. They may also have difficulty remembering where they are, or how they got to a certain place. In more severe cases, they may leave the house and get lost, even in familiar places. Another worrying sign is difficulty understanding something that is not happening at the moment. Planning a future event or remembering a scheduled appointment may become an impossible task. If someone close to you is experiencing this type of disorientation on a recurring basis, it is essential to seek medical help. This symptom may indicate that the dementia is getting worse and needs to be monitored closely. Fourth sign: communication and language problems. We've all had that moment when we forget a word or mix up terms in a conversation. This is normal. However, when these difficulties become frequent, and start to interfere with everyday communication, it could be a sign of dementia. People with this symptom may have difficulty finding simple words, replacing them with the wrong terms, or completely forgetting what they were going to say in the middle of a sentence. They may also repeat the same question several times or lose the thread of the conversation, making communication frustrating for themselves and those around them. Another worrying sign is when the person begins to have difficulty understanding what others are saying. They may hear well, but cannot correctly interpret words or instructions, as if language were becoming a confusing puzzle. If these signs are becoming common for someone close to you, it is important to pay attention. Communication is essential for quality of life, and difficulties in this area may indicate an advance of the disease that needs to be monitored by a specialist. Fifth sign: mood and personality changes. Small mood swings are part of life, but sudden and unexplained changes in personality can be a warning sign of dementia. People who were once calm may become irritable or aggressive for no apparent reason. Others, who were always sociable, may begin to avoid interactions and show apathy. These changes often occur because the disease affects the areas of the brain responsible for emotional control and behavior. In addition, it is common for the person to develop paranoia and exaggerated suspicions. In some cases, the person may believe that family members or caregivers are lying or stealing their belongings, creating conflicts within the home. Another worrying sign is the loss of motivation. Activities that were once pleasurable no longer arouse interest, and the person begins to spend long periods without wanting to get involved in anything. This apathy can be confused with depression, but when accompanied by other signs of dementia, it deserves attention. If you have noticed these changes in someone close to you, it is essential to seek medical advice. Changes in behavior may indicate that the disease is progressing and that the person needs professional monitoring. Sixth sign: difficulty making decisions or judging situations. Making decisions is part of our daily lives, from choosing what to wear to managing finances. However, when a person begins to have difficulty making simple decisions or makes unusual and irrational choices, this may be a sign of dementia. A classic example is someone who has always managed money well and suddenly begins to spend without judgment, give large amounts to strangers, or fall for scams easily. This type of behavior occurs because dementia affects the ability to judge and assess risks. In addition, the person may have difficulty solving everyday problems, such as deciding what to eat, dealing with unexpected situations, or even crossing the street safely. Small mistakes that did not happen before may become frequent. Another worrying sign is poor personal hygiene. Individuals who were previously careful may stop taking a shower, changing clothes, or keeping the house tidy. This happens because decision-making and day-to-day planning are impaired. If you notice that someone close to you is having difficulty making simple decisions or has impaired judgment, it is essential to seek medical advice. These signs may indicate that dementia is progressing and that the person needs professional support. From this, we can conclude that dementia can start out subtle, but its signs become increasingly evident over time. Frequent forgetfulness, difficulty solving simple problems, disorientation, communication problems, mood swings, and difficulty making decisions are warning signs that should not be ignored. If you have noticed any of these signs in yourself or someone close to you, seek medical help as soon as possible. An early diagnosis can make all the difference, allowing for proper monitoring and strategies to slow the progression of the disease. Information is the best tool for healthcare. So, share this video with your friends and family so that more people can recognize these signs. And if this content was useful to you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. This way, you help us continue to bring you valuable information for your health and well-being.